knows we're hitting first base. Marty Lurie with friends. Home run, you know the ways and the trends, the stories all with the match of the block. It's Marty and friends. Marty and friends.
All right. Great to have you with us today on this Sunday as Eric and I are here to do this post game. The Giants break the 7-game losing streak. Yes, they broke the 7-game losing streak, and they beat the Tampa Rays today 7-1. And they had lost 15 of 16 at home, and now it's 15 of 17 at home. So they get a big win today. They're 60th of the year. They're 60 and 64, and they pack up and get ready to go to San Diego for 4, and then to Milwaukee for 3. So, Eric, they do get a win today, and a lot of things happened today. If you could repeat it about 90 or 100 times, it would be a very good season, but a lot of good things for the ball club today.
Absolutely, Marty. And it was, as you mentioned right off the top, it was great to finally see a win. What was that? 15 of 16 they lost at home. I mean, it was just incredible. But hey, Webb went out there and took care of business, did Webb things. He went out there, pounded the zone, right? He got a lot of strikeouts, got his ground balls, didn't walk anybody. And how about this, Marty? He got run support in the 6th inning. It was a miracle. I couldn't believe I saw a cricket number being put up on the scoreboard in that 6th inning.
Yeah, they win the game 7-1 today. Logan Webb getting the win. So we're going to do this post game, and I was telling Eric, I did post game for so many years. Take that. And
no, I think we're having some technical issues. I don't know if it's me or if it's you, Marty. Anyone in the chat, is it me or is it Marty? Oh, Marty, I think you're having some technical difficulties a little bit there, Marty.
What?
Yeah, you're a little bit choppy. I don't know what's going on. It could be just your Wi-Fi is acting up a little bit. We'll see what happens. Anyways, so what's going on is the Giants won today, guys. How about that? When Marty gets his internet connection all straightened out, we'll bring Marty right back in. But it's a huge win today, guys, for the Giants. I mean, my gosh. All right, I think. Oh, there you are. All right, you're back, Marty. You're back.
All right,
you're back.
Football games. I can hear you. I like that. All right, very good. It's me.
We're good.
Yes, it's me. All right. All right. They win today. They did get a win. Logan Webb pitched really well.
He did.
He really did. And Tampa, look, they don't hit. It's not a great hitting team, but Logan Webb did what he had to do. I said on the pregame show, putting the first pitch in play, hitters were 34 for 81. 34 for 81. That's almost 500.
Wow.
Against him. And he was pretty good with that today. He didn't give up. He threw first pitch strikes. He was ahead in the count. Good game for him. It was a good game. But how about, look, they want to play somebody in right field the rest of this way. And it's probably going to be the kid, Drew Gilbert. I'll ask this, and again, for people who are just tuning in now, just joining us, we want to use the chat.
Yes.
Yeah, we want to use the chat and read what's in the chat and use that sort of like phone calls and stuff like that. So the question I'll throw out to everybody, what did you think of Drew Gilbert today? To me, I saw a little bit of bat speed today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And look, the kid's kind of, and look, he's a young kid. This is his first experience in the major leagues. That's expected, right? You're not going to come out of the chute literally on fire. You're going to have struggle. Now, there's some people out there that could come on and have immediate success, but it just took him a little while, and he had a good game today. He nailed that one to right field for that home run. That one was nice, but that single, hard hit. I think it was 108 off the bat. And that's something that we need to see, because right field has just been Death Valley, Marty. Someone has to grab the bull by the horns for right field. And who is, exactly, for now, to see, who can take the job the rest of the way for the season.
Yeah, Anthony Millard says, just throw Gilbert out there. I don't want McRae or Fitzgerald out there. Well, you're not going to see Fitzgerald out there. That'll tell you for sure. And I think my opinion is that they are going to give Gilbert the shot. They traded for Gilbert. McRae's been around a while. They know McRae is a swing and miss guy. They know that. They know he's got tools and he's got speed and all that, but they haven't seen enough of Drew Gilbert yet. And he's got a nice arm. He played, except for the one catch he made, on his stomach. He played decent right field, and he showed a little bit of bat today. Anthony, I think they are going to throw Gilbert out there. I think that's going to happen.
That's who I would like to see. I mean, we don't know what the future holds for the kid. We don't know what the future holds for the club as far as right field. Maybe that's something that gets addressed in the offseason. But yeah, I would love to see what he has. I think you said it correctly there, Marty. They traded for him. They traded a significant bullpen arm for him. So let's see what he's got. And to that point, Blade Tidwell, he's still throwing the ball pretty good in AAA, and that might be another guy we see here shortly. Yeah,
JK says my man Koss played well again.
I like
today.
him.
He's a major league player. He's a utility guy. He really is. But you see how he goes the other way and how he uses the whole field. And I've been preaching this the whole year, getting guys to get off the pulley, and striking out, and taking pitches. He'll go the other way. And then he drove in the run, the one run yesterday. He drove in the one run.
Yes. And then DJ chimes in and says, what's the word on Schmidt? Him, Smith, and Koss in the lineup makes the lineup with some hot hitters. I can't disagree with what DJ is saying. Those three guys kind of stir the drink, so to speak, a little bit, don't they? Yeah.
Well, Schmidt, he got hit on the arm pretty good.
He did.
As I said, he would have played today against Pepio. He was 2 for 2 with 2 homers against Pepio. So he would have played today. So he'll be back and he'll play third. Koss probably will get the shot at second base. Chapman's out for a while. It wouldn't surprise me if Chapman doesn't come back this year. Right. So I think Schmidt's going to play third, and I think Koss is going to play second over Fitzgerald.
Okay, yeah, I like it.
I think Gilbert is going to play right over McRae. I think you're going to see more Koss in there.
I think so.
He had a good spring training, and we didn't know who he was at all. And Anthony, I think Koss is going to get a chance.
Yeah, he wants a chance. To go along this, he goes, he has been heating up before the hamstring injury in June. Talking about Koss. The Giants missed him when he went on the shelf because again, as you said, he's like you said, utility guy. But I like what I've seen from the kid. I
like the way he swings the bat. He'll go the other way. He knows what he can do. He's got a little bit of power. He's hit a couple out, but he will go the other way. This is who is Michi?
Yeah, speaking of swinging the bat, Michi, right. Someone needs to teach Devers.
I'll tell you, and I've said this a million times, and everyone says, "Don't worry, Devers is a great hitter. Devers is a great hitter." The guy's been up like 230 or 40 times as a Giant. He struck out today. How many times did he strike out today? Twice.
Wait, hold on. I think it might actually be one. No, once. Only once.
He struck out 71 as a Giant. Guy struck out 71 times in less than 250 plate appearances. Okay. So that's like 30%. I haven't seen it yet. I mean, he can hit. There's no question. He's an above average hitter right now. But boy, he just takes a pitch or he swings through that high fastball. If Pepio threw the pitch where he wanted to Devers, they never would have had the rally. The hit that Devers got that continued that rally was right down the middle. If you throw 96 up and away from him, he can't get to it.
Right.
So,
here we go. Michi's getting a little heated. Wow, they really effed Matos, huh? Gilbert hits one significant dinger, and now he's starting. Look.
Yeah, well, Michi, I'll answer it. Yeah. They've seen Matos for 3 years, and he's probably regressed a little bit in their eyes. Gilbert is a new guy.
Yep.
Yeah, so I agree with you. Matos is in the minor leagues, and there's no rush to bring him up here.
Correct. And to that point, we've seen Matos, right? He had a full season in his rookie year almost. I think he had 170 plate appearances. Not a lot, but he had a significant run. And then after that, it's been spotty. And then the times that he's had his moments, he just hasn't grabbed on and done anything with it.
No,
now, you want some more at bats. I get it. Let's see. Freaking right field is an absolute death valley, Michi. And I want to see Gilbert. I will just see what he has, because look, what does the rest of the season mean? Let's just see what the kid has.
Yeah. Well, Rick Brown says Matos 3-run home run today. I assume that's accurate. Somebody else also.
He hit a 3-run home run in AAA.
Yeah. Hey, look, my feeling with Matos was 2 years ago. I said, guy, he's only 22. Let him grow up into his body. He's going to be that kind of. Maybe he will, but he hasn't done it yet. It yet. But let's go back a little bit to the outfield. And again, I think Gilbert is going to be the guy who's going to get the shot in right field. Eric, you put up these whenever you feel like you want to put them up. But I want to talk Ramos a little bit. And this is a team that, look, they hit 230 as a team. They've struggled. The story during the the homestand, the 7-game losing streak, the whole thing, scoring 1 or 2 runs a game. What is up with Ramos defensively? Everything he does in the outfield now is a mystery. Whether it's a throw to a base, running after a ball, it's like he gets there, but you think he's going to collide with somebody, and he stabs at the ball the last second. What is up with this guy? What happened to him?
I don't know. Is he trying to do too much, Marty? Could that be a thing? Maybe he's trying to, quote unquote, put the team on his shoulders by just getting a little bit crazy, with this stuff. I don't know. And what's crazy, Marty, is some of the crazy plays, like when he's diving, he makes beautiful catches when it's a dive. But as you said, the routine stuff, he just seems like, man, is he gonna catch that? And then and the throw, I mean, I know what throw you're talking about. That was just insane. Well, and he's also had a little bit of blunders on the base paths too. We've talked about it. So there's something going on between the ears with Ramos. Yeah,
his whole game, and it's going to be questionable what they do with him next year. Because of the DH situation and how they need a hitter. And as Michi says, and I've said this, there are a lot of 5, 6, 7 hitters. They need a guy in the middle of the order who can hit. And it may be a DH type guy. I mean, it could be, not that Encarnacion deserves a spot, but if he was healthy and could hit, he could be in there. If they take Ramos out of left, what do you do with him? At that point, do you DH him? He hasn't hit a home run since July 5th. What kind of a DH is that?
Right. You see, Jeff Young, he had a great tweet talking about the lack of power from him. And it sounds like it's the inside pitch. Everybody's pitching him inside, and he's having a little bit more difficulty trying to turn around on that inside pitch.
Yeah, JR 500. That's a good one.
Yep.
What could a batter do to hit better in the majors like Chapman? He's been in the majors for about 5 years. Well, they found a spot. He's not catching up to the fastball. Mm-hmm. So you got to be geared up for the fastball, and you got to turn up the knob a little bit on the bat, and you got to swing it faster. And you have to you have to sit fastball. And that 95, 96 is eating Chapman up. And if you're sitting fastball, then you can adjust to the breaking ball. Right. He has got to adjust to the fastball. That's
change up that falls off the plate. He cannot lay off those. He cannot lay off those. He has difficulty. Amici, here's another question, kind of going all over the place here. Marty goes, a perfect world, we'd get a catcher who can club it.
Yeah, Bailey is more a backup and a good backup.
Right.
A good backup. But right-handed, he can't hit right-handed very well. And left-handed, he can do what he did today. He'll hit some line drives. He may hit a home run here and there. He comes up a lot with tough situations. I don't know why. It always comes to him. They need a secondary catcher who can hit.
Right.
Absolutely. And they will get one. They cannot go into this next season with Bailey as the primary catcher. I just don't believe it.
That makes sense. And
I think he can get traded.
Oh, interesting. That would be interesting. I mean, for me, I mean, I'm not trying to dog on the player or anything, but I think that the Giants need a bat in that lineup. No, don't get me wrong. He's got his qualities behind the dish. There's no debating that. But my gosh, as you said, Marty, there's times in the games and in specific situations where he just doesn't come through, and it's tough.
Well, DJ's got something. Ramos got hit 13. Yeah, man, Ramos got hit a lot.
Yes.
Is that an issue for him? I don't know that he's lost his power because he has, his hands are hurting or not. I doubt it.
Maybe it's mental as well. Maybe maybe he can't turn on an inside pitch. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
Aggressive hitter. I mean, they made him a leadoff hitter. So maybe as a leadoff hitter, he's thinking just get base hit. Let me get on base.
Right.
So here's the question, that Eric and I talked about before, and we'll throw this out. And we did this a lot on the postgame show. Give me a crazy, how did that happen kind of scenario for the rest of the year. What do you think? Give me a good thing that could happen that's sort of off the wall. And I'll start it. I mean, I'll say Jung-Ho Lee is going to be the leadoff hitter the rest of the year, and he's going to hit for the cycle.
Hit for the cycle.
He's going to hit for the cycle, or he's going to hit 3 home runs in a game. Something crazy is going to happen with Jung-Ho Lee. You see the catch he made today?
Oh, no, I've never. Right? You see something new every day?
And that's at full speed. Can you imagine the ball jumping around and he trapped it between his knees?
I've never seen a catch with knees. Marty, I don't know if that's ever been captured on camera or ever talked about. I've never heard of someone catching a fly ball with their knees. That was incredible.
Yeah. So for me, the crazy thing, with the 39 games to go, is it 39 to go? I think it's 39.
I think it's 39 to go. Yeah.
30 something like that. Jung-Ho Lee doing something, 3 homers in a game cycle. He's going to lead off the rest of the year. And that's it. Give me one.
How about let's stick with the young kid. How about Gilbert is the only player on the club that bats 300.
Wow. That's
crazy.
How about that one? I like that.
How about that one?
Good. All right, because I think Gilbert's going to have a shot. All right.
We'll see.
Right. Yeah, that's good.
Crazy but good.
Yeah. Okay. There should be something on the pitching side.
We have to do something on the. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Fossey. Fossey's a good listener.
Okay, go ahead.
Casey plays like an all-star the rest of the way, that the Giants will be forced to trade Chapman.
All right. That's a crazy. That's not so crazy. Fossey, that's not so crazy, but I like it. But that's a good thing. What about on the pitching side? How about on the pitching side? How about Robbie Ray throws a no-hitter?
Yeah, I was going to go with a Robbie Ray one.
Robbie Ray, how about that? Come on, could you believe that? Robbie Ray throws a no-hitter.
He's got the stuff where he could do it, right? He's kind of got that strikeout stuff. So,
and they're going to get Colorado here at home, so they're going to, you got
the last series.
Yeah, you got Colorado coming, and who knows what the situation will be at that point. All right, I like that. All right,
That's a
Fossey,
good one.
that's a good one on the Chapman one.
Andrew Dussing, not really a prediction. He says Ramos takes nasty Nestor deep tomorrow to end his home run drought.
Yeah, well, that's crazy, but that could happen.
There you go.
That could happen. Someone wants Eddie Montague to be on again. Yeah, we'll get Eddie on.
Yeah,
we will. Fun fan. Was it Fun Ton? Yeah.
Fun Ton. Yep.
Saw Eddie this week. He moved up to Petaluma, and we talked, and absolutely we'll get Eddie on. Yeah. Eddie listens to the shows and all that. He's very good.
Michi's asked at this point, where's Austin Barnes? He was let go. He's no longer part of the Giants. They let him go. What do you think about that Jesus Rodriguez? You think maybe we see that kid?
Hey, I'd love to see him up here to catch, but everyone says he's hurt. There's something up with him. He's not. Is that true?
I heard Bill Askey say something that he's got a kind of a bum shoulder right now. I don't know.
Is that what's going on with him? Yeah. Otherwise, you'd want him up here. You'd want him up here.
Right.
Bob Melvin.
Oh, there's a.
I know it's real easy to say it, but do you? And give me reasons, yes or no. Does Bob Melvin come back?
He's making it really hard not to bring him back. Let's just say that. And you know what? Is all the fault? This is how I've been taking this, Marty. Is all the fault on him? No, it's not. Is he to blame for some of this? Sure. You could talk about the way he goes to the bullpen, maybe his construction of his lineup, maybe the guys he sticks with and not stick with. Well, we could debate that. But the players also got to go out there and they got to get it done, right? They got to execute. And the problem is if they don't execute, you put the manager in a difficult position because even if he did the right moves and they still lose, you see what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I feel bad for the guy because I don't want to call for someone's job, but I understand you got to produce. And if you're not producing, it's the easiest route to take is to fire the manager.
Well, that's the story of baseball. I mean, you could say that about every team because every team's got players. And if the players don't produce, well, the manager is the fall guy. Mm-hmm. And this is his second year, and they've gone backwards. Mm-hmm. And it looks like they haven't gotten better. And some of the players who have come here have not gotten better.
Right.
So some of that can be attitude, and some of it can just be, the regression of a player age or something like that. I think there's a real chance he does not come back.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be in the season.
It depends how they finish.
Okay.
If they finish, strongly and hustle and, do some damage and maybe get close to this wild card race again, believe me, I know it's crazy. Everyone says, don't even think about it. But the truth of the matter is, with the Mets and Reds, the teams you're chasing, there's no guarantee those teams are running away from anybody or Arizona.
Correct.
And the Giants do have a team. It's not like, my God, the Giants don't have a team and they'll get killed by everybody. They're not like that. So a lot for Melvin, for me, depends on how the rest of the year goes.
And that makes sense. And to your point, the Mets, they've been playing just as bad baseball as the Giants have. And it's interesting to know whether or not are they calling for Mendoza's head in New York? Because he's a pretty decent manager, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Mets do, depending on how they finish as well. Kind of in the same boat.
Yeah, Pinocchi Joder, did I say it right? I love the Bill Vita show. It was terrific. I started that show for them when I was doing the post game. Bill and Vita would come in on a Sunday.
Yes,
and I'd let them, or they'd do that with me. They do an hour.
Yep.
And I loved having Vita there. Vita
was great. I would listen to them right after you. They were great. I used to love listening to them.
Yeah, really good. And Vita was good. So, unfortunately, Vida's gone and Bill is on, when we're on. So it's hard to, to be able to do that.
Right.
Larry Kruger, I should invite Larry Kruger to Original Joe's Walnut Creek. I'm sure he wants to go. I went there Thursday night. It was great.
Yeah, I saw the tweet come out. Then I saw the photos of you over there.
Yeah. My bobblehead is there already. It's
there. Is it already?
My bobblehead is there. Yeah, nice. It was really nice. It was really nice. Pinocchi, we appreciate. Yeah, that's a good comment. I like using the comments. As I said when we started, it's like having the callers again.
Right.
So you can feel free to ask questions or give opinions, and we'll use them.
We got Ymed.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna even try. I'll say
Skip Schumacher is a commodity.
He is.
And I don't know if Woe would come back as a bench coach. I think if Melvin comes back, someone like Skip Schumacher could become a bench coach.
I see.
Now, maybe Skip Schumacher's too high profile to be a bench coach, but if Melvin comes back, I predict they would give him a bench coach who could take over.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Woe really wants to do that.
Kind of the heir apparent type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, he's done it all. And if there was an emergency, Melvin's fired and, all this stuff, they need someone for the last 6 weeks. And, maybe for next year, depending on what they're going to do, Woe could be that guy. But I think if something happened to Melvin, they'd go out and get someone like a Skip Schumacher.
Interesting. And now, what do you think Skip might stay in Texas? Bochy, this is Bochy's last year. You think maybe he just takes over for Bochy in Texas? That's a possibility since he's already in place as a special advisor there with the Rangers.
Yeah, I don't think Bochy's coming back to Texas.
Yeah, I don't think so. He's going to be done, right?
Yeah.
Bossy says, so happy to have Original Joe's in East Bay. I'll be visiting from Martinez a lot. And mention your show.
Mention the show and ask for Jared. Jarrod. Jared is the general manager there. Chris is the other one. And tell him that you listen. Absolutely tell him that you listen to the show. Yeah.
There you go, Bossy.
Yeah, the place was packed. It was it was opening night. It was like a 4-hour wait for dinner or something like that. It was ridiculous. But the menu is a little bigger menu.
I was just going to ask, is the menu the same or is it a little bit of variant?
A little bigger, a couple of different things. I had a crab cake that I'd say this honestly. It was the best crab cake I've ever had in my life.
Wow.
And that's how good it was. It was good. So, yeah, for Mardi Gras next year, I was thinking, if you could rely on the weather, I'd love to have it there because they have an outdoor patio.
Ooh, that would be fantastic.
But yeah, it would, Mardi Gras is a possibility for there next year.
Nice. Real quick, Marty, to go back to your point about Ron, you think Ron would ever come as a manager? You think you would have those? Well, anywhere, I guess we could say. I know he loves
the Bay Area. I don't think he would leave the Bay Area. But if there was a need, I think he could do it, and I think he would do it. But I don't think he's campaigning to do it.
Gotcha.
You know
That's
what I mean?
Right.
And I think that Skip Schumacher is campaigning to do it. He wants to do it again.
Okay, there you go.
Thing. So that's the difference.
I tell you what, though, Ron has, and I'm sure people in the chat know about this, the conversations you have with him, his baseball acumen and his communication skills are just amazing. Amazing.
Yeah. Well,
I love being able to talk to him.
On the show, if you listen to the show from this morning, and I said to well, what can you do, with the team and all that? And he gave a great explanation of what's going on with the team and how they try and, some of the deficiencies and some of the parts of baseball that are just vagaries and things that happen. So he can talk.
He can.
And, sometimes when you're in a slump and the team is having trouble, you have to be able to talk your way out of it as a manager, and sort of control the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Melvin has a tough time controlling the narrative.
That's
it's like,
fair.
My God, I don't know. It's frustrating and this and that. And maybe it is after so many, 75 1 or 2 run games out of 120. Maybe it does drive you crazy. But he doesn't talk himself out of the narrative. very
Perfect.
well.
It's the perception, and that's what I've been trying to say.
Ochi
Right?
did.
Uh-huh.
Bob is a little different. He's a little different. That's why I say the team may need a little different personality leading it. Not that he's not a good manager, but it just sometimes, as Tony La Russa says, you need a different voice.
Different voice. Yeah.
Yeah, that can happen. That can happen.
Let's see. Got Anthony goes. Wotus has been in the NBC studio for a few times. Yeah, he's great.
He's going to be on this week. He told me while they're in San Diego, he's going to do the analysis pre and post.
Perfect.
This week, so you'll be able to hear him. Yeah, so that's what we got.
Anthony also chimed in and says, make Melvin an advisor or an ambassador type position if they want to keep him around. Can live with him, not in the dugouts, it says.
Yeah, well, yeah, as I say, a lot of it depends on the pitching staff, and it's got a different. How about the bullpen now? Throw this out. Give me an over and under. Now, what's their record, Eric? Well, what's the record?
60. Hold on.
60 and 64. That's
60 and 64.
20, they got 38 games to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, they got 38 games to go. How many? Give me an over and under on saves for Randy Rodriguez in the next 38 games. How many saves does Randy Rodriguez get?
Oh my gosh!
Give me an over under. All right.
Oh,
LD Freitas win some games in a row now, like 10. Well, if they could win 2 in a row, it'd be very nice.
Right. What's up, LD?
All right.
How about 7? How about fun time? He took my number. I was going to say 7.
All right.
7. I'll say 7 for saves.
I'll go over.
You're going to go over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if they have 38 to go, and if they win 20 of 38, yeah, I'd say he's going to go over 7.
Over 7? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, even if they go 19-19, he's probably going to get 10.
Interesting.
Something like that. I'll say 10. Anyone go over under on that?
Go over. Fun. He changed it to 8. Here's a question. Let me ask you this, Marty, and maybe as far as pitching coaches and hitting coaches, who hires that? Is that the purview of the GM or is that the manager? Or is it
very good question? And I've been through this a few times. It's split. Sometimes the general manager knows who he wants to bring into a key position, and he will strongly suggest it to the manager. Other times, as a condition of being the manager, 2 things. One, the manager will say, the condition is I pick the coaches. Or 2, if the manager doesn't have a lot of leverage, the front office will say, we will give you this coach, that we want those coaches. So if my feeling is with the Giants, with someone like JP Martinez, who they like a lot, that if they did bring in a new manager, I don't think they would change him.
right?
Now, hitting coach is going to be changed, I think, anyway. And Pat Burrell's kind of talked about that, the kind of frustration he's had with the season. And they may need someone who has a different approach to hitting than a slugger, because speed and defense, you need it in this park. But I think if a new manager came in, I personally think that they probably would keep this pitching coach.
That makes sense. And that makes sense to me because I've heard nothing but praises on JP. And then also the bullpen coach, I've heard a lot of good things about him as well. So yeah, it should be interesting to see how that's all. The offseason is going to be interesting, Marty. We're getting close, right? We're going to start getting into those conversations, talking about the offseason.
Yeah. Pinocchi wants the pitching matchups in the San Diego series.
Let me see.
And I did see it in the post-game notes. Is it Cortez?
Ray and Cortez tomorrow.
Right. Then is it Vasquez? He's in there somewhere, isn't he?
Kaiwei Tang and Nick Pavetta on Tuesday.
Right. Then
Wednesday, Landon Roop and undecided.
yeah, that's gonna be Vasquez.
That's
and then,
okay.
Then Cease will finish it, right?
And then Justin Verlander against Dylan Cease. How about that, Marty? Yesterday, Justin Verlander. How about that performance?
Terrific. I mean, he threw the ball like he's capable of throwing it. He can still pitch.
Mm-hmm.
I've said on the show, he's a fifth starter.
Right.
You want 5-6 innings, and then basically that's it. Now, yesterday, he was so good that in his 7th inning, Robbie Duvall was there yesterday. Okay, very good.
What's up, Robbie?
He was so good for his 7 innings at 88 pitches. I would have left him in there.
Yeah.
I would have given him the next day. Why not? I mean, he's dying for wins. He's a man on the desert, in a deserted island, trying to get wins. And it's his game. It's not like you're bringing in Eckersley,
right?
To finish it, or Robbie Nen, or some Brian Wilson. Why not let the guy at least give you the 8th inning? He had retired like 16 or 17 in a row. There was an error in there in the 1st inning, and then he gave up a hit in the 7th inning. I think that was it.
Yeah.
So I thought Verlander pitched great.
That was nice. And Landon Roop, I kind of figured it wasn't going to be spectacular. He hadn't pitched in a big league game in over a month. So
no, they hit him more, and his stuff didn't look as sharp and all that kind of stuff. And I'm glad he's pitching. I just hope he doesn't get hurt again, because they need him next year.
And how about this news, Marty? Talking about playoff picture, Phillies got dealt a big blow with Zach Wheeler.
Yeah, he's probably going to be out for the season, I imagine, with a blood clot in his shoulder. Now Nola is coming back tonight. Now, did Nola pitch today? I think the Phillies, they had a big number in that game. Did they get killed? They won 11-9.
Yeah, I'm not sure when he came back. Let me see.
Yeah, I got it. Nola, 2 1/3, 7 hits, 6 runs, a walk and 4 strikeouts. So, yeah, they're in trouble without Wheeler. The two lefties are good. But then you're bringing Ryan Walker into the 2-on walk. What's his name?
Taijuan Walker.
Taijuan Walker. They're bringing him in. The two lefties are still very solid. So,
right.
Yeah, not having Zach Wheeler is a blow for them. What did you see a thing about Marte this morning?
Yes. How about that?
Robbie, go ahead.
I would love to get him. Robbie goes, what if they go out and get Marte from Arizona offseason move? I would love it, but the problem is geography. He's in the same division. I mean, I don't think that happens.
No, they'll trade him to the American League.
Correct. Right.
Yeah,
they're not going to make.
If he's a clubhouse issue, and it looks like he's becoming a clubhouse issue with his effort and showing up and all this kind of stuff. If he's a clubhouse, it'd be like Devers. If they feel it's a club issue, they'll deal him to the American League. He's not coming into this division.
No, I didn't think so either.
Or even the National League, they won't let him come back and haunt them.
Right.
For the American League. Eric Miller has been shut down again. I saw that today. They're feeling something in his elbow. They're sending him for an MRI today, which is just as good. Look, let Gage and Lucchesi deal with it. If Miller came back, what were they going to do here anyway with Gage and Lucchesi?
Right. I like Gage and Lucchesi. Gage didn't have a great game yesterday, but overall, I like what Gage has been doing.
No, he's been fine. He's been fine. All right, let's. We have a couple of breaks. Let's take a break. Yeah, this is good. All right, so as we take a break, here's things to think about. Give me a crazy thing that could happen the rest of the way going down the stretch. I said Jung-Ho Lee hits 320, 3 homers in a game. Eric, what do you have? What's yours?
Gilbert is the only player gets a 300 average on the club.
All right, yeah. So give me a crazy thing can happen down the stretch. Do you think Bob Melvin comes back next year? And if you want to say something about the Padres series, you can do that too. So let's take a break, and we'll do a couple of spots and come right back.
Hey, it's Marty, and I'm here to tell you that it's time to discover the islands, and of course that means River Islands. They're celebrating 10 years of bringing the good life to Bay Area homebuyers. What's more, Del Webb, one of America's best-known builders for active adults in the 55 and over crowd, has just opened 3 neighborhoods at River Islands. They're building a huge community center on its own lake, all for buyers looking for a great lifestyle and a little less maintenance. I like that. Homes are priced from the 600,000s. Start your tour online at riverislands.com. Isn't it time for you to discover the islands? It sure is for me. Fans, joining us is Grant Power, President and CEO of Nations. Grant, last year we talked about the amazing breakfast at Nations. I'm going to ask you this. What's your favorite lunch?
You know, I'm pretty split. I guess I'm kind of like a pitcher who has 2 favorite pitches they like leaning on. I'd say half the time I do the hamburger and half the time I do the wild salmon burger. It really depends on which protein you want. We love our beef supplier in Northern California. We've been with them for decades. We test our beef all the time. We sell ocean caught wild salmon. Friends don't let friends eat farm salmon. It's absolutely delicious. You know, to mix it up, I guess it's like a pitcher who has a 2-seamer and a 4-seamer, or maybe a 4-seamer and a cutter. I actually go grilled onions on my hamburger half the time and raw onions the other half. Today at lunch, I got the French fries, but half the time I get the onion rings, and I had a wonderful slice of pecan pie. There's something for everybody, whether you like hot dogs or grilled cheese. It's really up to the individual what mood they're in, but my go-to is either the beef with the hamburger or the wild salmon, which is absolutely delicious.
Wow, I love it. Grant Power, President, CEO of Nations. Grant, thanks so much.
Pleasure being on.
All right, very good. It's good to get the spots in there. Georgie Brothers, I think we have a new one. You play that one, Eric. It's just
Yeah,
audio.
let's play that one.
Yeah.
This one's just a little audio, but here's Georgie Brothers.
Hello
I
again,
recorded
Marty
this
Lurie
one,
here
yeah.
to talk about my good friends at Georgie Brothers, the largest family-owned furniture store in the entire Bay Area. Yes, it is. Right now, and good through August 25th, you can save $500 on all wing-style chair and ottomans in the Stressless line, my favorite. This includes every base option available, from the original classic style, signature, and cross base to the power option as well. This is absolutely one of the best stressless sales offered all year. I own stressless furniture. The whole family owns stressless furniture. And I can tell you, and it's the truth, it's the most comfortable place to sit in my home. Visit them at GeorgieBrothers.com. That's GIORGIBROS.com. Or even better, visit their 50,000 square foot showroom in South San Francisco.
Nice. Very good. Eric, you can read some. These are good. See, people got into this. This is
They
good.
did.
ahead.
Panaki, he says Jung Hoo Nee. I like the Jung Hoo Nee. That was pretty good. Rick Brown, Eldridge comes up, hits 12 home runs in September alone. Wow.
I think he's coming up.
Think he's coming up. September call
Yeah.
up.
Yep. I think they're going to bring him up. Why
Yeah, you
not?
don't have to worry about Why? With an expanded roster, why not just bring him up? There would be
Look,
nothing
we
wrong
love
with that.
Dom Smith. We know what he can do. I want him on the team next year.
Yeah.
But you have to see where Eldridge is at.
Yes. Just let's see what he can do for a month, right? Gives you a little bit of a glimpse on how he can handle the major leagues. Funton kind of goes along with what we said earlier about Robbie Ray. He thinks Logan Webb hits a no-hitter. Panaki says the Giants sweep the Padres.
All right.
Ibrahim. Bailey gets up to 230.
He's close to 220 now.
He is, right? I think so.
What's going on with the Padre game anyway? Did they win
yeah,
or lose today?
Ooh, let me look. Scores. Let me take a gander here. Rain delay for the Mets. Padres. Dodgers won 5-4.
So Padres got swept. Okay.
Padres got swept.
The
Yes.
Giants are walking into that. All right.
Yep. LD Freitas. Forgive me if I mispronounce it. LD Freitas. If the Giants go down to San Diego and play well, win 2 of 3, maybe they right the ship. Heck, they went into New York and took 2 of 3. Started the Mets downslide.
Well, I'll say it a million times. If it's the Mets and Reds that you got to catch, they're catchable.
They're catchable, right?
Catchable. Now, can the Giants keep it together to do it? That's another story. That's another story. You got two holes in the rotation right now, and you got Verlander, who's, basically start to start. You don't know. So, and the bullpen is still now a work in progress.
I got it right in America and other English-speaking nations. Hey, I try to do the best I can.
How about this? Pablo Sandoval comes to the Giants as assistant hitting coach.
Hey, fun. That's fun. Fun.
I like it. All
right. Giants signed Brandon Bill to retire as a Giant.
They should. Well, then why not? They should do that.
Right. Whatever happened with? He had a decent year with Toronto. Right.
Toronto. He went
right. He had a decent year, and he just died on the vine. No one went out there and got him.
Yeah. Yep. That's when all the analytical stuff got crazy, and no one wanted a player over the age of 32, and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And I think he was done anyway. His knees were shot.
Yeah.
He was pretty well done. I love Bill.
There's Dan. Dan, he goes, it'll be tough for the Giants to take 2 or 3 when it's a 4 game. That is true. That's true. How about a split then?
How about that? What do you predict, Dan, that will happen in the 4-game series?
Yeah, Dan, 4-game series. What's the record against the Padres?
Dan is thinking.
Sean forgave. Devers gets hot and finishes with a 270, 35, and 115 slash.
Sean, this is a very good, crazy prediction.
Wow.
Very good. I like that. That may be the craziest prediction yet.
That would be.
We had one about Logan Webb and a no-hitter. I saw that, didn't I?
Logan Webb and a no-hitter. Fun Tom talked about that.
I saw that with our, what does Fun Tom say? With our hitting coach, pitching, bullpen. I don't like our chance. Yeah, it's true. That's why they're in this mix now. That's why this happened, because of all those things. But baseball is one of those crazy sports, and
And what's crazy, Marty, is with all the doldrums of the San Francisco Giants, they're only 5.5 back. They're only 5.5 back. It's crazy.
I tell you this, and I've watched baseball my whole life. Dan says Padres will win 3 or 4, especially after getting swept by the Dodgers. All right.
Okay.
It's who you're chasing. And I just don't think Arizona and the Cardinals and the Marlins are going to be relevant in this thing. I just don't. And I think the Reds and Mets will be, and maybe the Mets will be the most relevant, but their starting pitching gets them in trouble every game. And their bullpen is getting them in trouble every single game.
Mm.
They do have a lot of talent, and you would think they're going to hold on to this thing. But it just takes one winning streak. One winning streak. And I've said this before, this San Diego, Milwaukee, and then coming home with the Cubs and the Orioles. That's again, we've gone through these 2-week periods, all season long. And they've been very tough on the Giants, these 2-week periods. So we'll see what happens in this one.
Yeah, there you go. LD says, he was responding to Tom. Tom says, Padres got swept in LA. Good time to get at them. LD responds, I'd say punish the Padres for losing to the Dodgers. Nice.
Yeah. Mets and Reds go on a big winning slump. They go to a big winning slump. The Giants somehow just hey, all right, let me ask you this. Would that shock you if that happened? Would that shock you?
If the Mets and the Reds fade?
Yeah. Would that shock you?
No, that would not shock me. Because, again, the way that they've been playing as well, would it?
What would be crazier? The 49ers getting to the Super Bowl? Is that crazier than the Giants getting the 3rd wild card?
I think that's crazier.
It's crazier for the 49ers to get to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think
All right.
so.
All right. You may be right.
I think so. Because what's one thing the Mets have had an issue with? Yes, they have a lineup, but their starting pitching just isn't there. And now their bullpen is starting to collapse. So
No, you got Senga, you got Holmes, you got Minaya. Frankie Montas was in there for a while. They brought up this new kid, McNeil, I think McLean.
yeah,
He pitched yesterday 5 1/3 shutout innings, which was significant against Seattle. So I think, to me, it's not crazy.
It's not crazy.
It's very improbable.
Right.
Not necessarily crazy. Is
Right.
it crazy for the 49ers to get to the Super Bowl?
Yes.
All right. Tell that to Larry Krueger.
No, I know. Hey, we'll see. We'll see. Again, the optimism, right? You got to have the optimism. Jay Case makes a nice comment, says, I like to think that the Padres losing would give the Giants momentum. However, I think it'll have the opposite effect because good teams usually don't lose 5 and 6 in a row.
Yeah, that's true. Don't lose 15 out of 16 at home. Well, that's the biggest. And look, it's so hard for them to score runs, and they did it today. Look, they got 2 solo homers from Fitzgerald and Gilbert,
right?
But they actually scored 4 runs with Dom Smith getting a single with the bases loaded, and all 3 runners scored. When does that happen? He gets a second, and then they knocked him in behind. Was it I forgot who was up next. I think Koss knocked Smith in, and that was 4 runs right there. And at home runs. So they really still struggle. They really struggle scoring. They just do. That's the thing.
That's the story of the Giants, right? All year, it's kind of been that way. Few moments. Yeah. They had a few moments.
Dan has an analysis here for you. Go ahead.
I see that. Dan, for the Giants to win 86 games, they have to go 26-12, and the Mets would have to go 20-19 to finish with 85. I could see the Mets doing their part, but I can't see the Giants winning 26.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Very fair.
It is.
The Mets would have to go,
20-19. So just again,
24. They'd have to really fall apart.
It would have to be the bottom would have to fall right out of them.
They'd have to really fall apart.
Yep.
Birdsong becomes a setup man. That's not crazy. Anyone know how he's doing in Sacramento?
I think his last outing was a little bit better. Let me I don't think they're playing yet. I think they play at night. Or maybe they play because I think they're back either in Texas. So maybe they've already gotten. Yeah, never mind. I take that back. They've already played. Wisenhunt pitched today.
Oh, did he? How did he do?
Let's look at Wisenhunt. He went 5 1/3, 4 hits, 2 earned, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts.
Yeah, the walks were somewhat disturbing with him. The stuff was okay. Wasn't overwhelming stuff, but he's a lefty. Lefties take time to develop.
Yes.
They take time to develop.
And I'm looking at some other pitchers. Peguero, Diaz. I don't even recognize him. There was something I saw in here. Oh, Jeremy Lopez. If it gets hot like he did last year, they can make a bit of a run. It'd be nice. I think the league's.
Let's talk about the schedule in September. Anthony Millard.
It's softer schedule.
I think it's a picnic.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say that because the Giants don't score a lot of runs, but they got to go to Colorado. All right, that's going to be dicey. It always is, but they got Colorado away, and then they go to St. Louis, and St. Louis is like the Giants in many ways. They don't hit a lot. They got all these bullpen guys I've never heard of before, and they're home with Arizona. Is Arizona still in it? And the Dodgers. Then they go to Arizona and the Dodgers. So the Dodgers probably could have the division wrapped up at that point. Maybe they're fighting for a bye at that point, but who knows what their rotation will look like. And then they finish up at home with St. Louis and Colorado again. So it just depends how interested St. Louis is. Because, Colorado, you should be able to handle generally. So
Sure.
how interested will Arizona and St. Louis be?
Mm,
That's the question for me.
that's a great point.
Yeah.
Again, the Giants could make some headway, but then you got to get help from the teams ahead of you as well.
Dodgers, again, the Dodgers, who knows who's resting, who's back, because they're going to be getting ready for the playoffs.
Right.
But for the St. Louis, Arizona, you just don't know how interested they're going to be at that point.
Exactly. Ocean's Home, he's got a prediction similar to what I said, except he uses a different player. Koss finishes the year with the highest batting average on the team.
All right.
There you go.
Easy. I like it.
There you go.
Yeah. Tom Katz says Giants technically have the softest schedule. Is that true?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I haven't looked at the strength of schedule for just the month of September.
Yeah. Pinocchi says, how interested will the Giants be? Is a bigger question. Well, I think there's going to be pressure on them to be interested,
Right.
especially for the manager, and
Right.
to maintain some face that they want to be hustling and doing something. What does Dan say now?
I think he's talking to someone in the chat. How can you say the Giants have the softest schedule when the next 10 games are against all current? You're talking about September only.
Yeah.
September only, Dan. That's all. Not the rest of the way through.
74 and 88, 14 and 24. I think they're going to be better than that.
Think they go better than that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, fun ton. Look at the Mets schedule and the Reds schedule. You tell me. The Reds are in that division where teams are decent in that division.
They
Cubs
are, yeah.
Fighting, Milwaukee's fighting. Pittsburgh, can give you trouble in Pittsburgh. The Cardinals, of course, you have to deal with them. The Central, the Reds have to fight their way through the Central.
Yes. Absolutely.
And the Mets are, with Philly and Washington, the Marlins.
Marlins, how about that team? My goodness.
They were 9-3. Now they're 3-9. I think they won today.
Yeah.
They beat the Red Sox today. Anthony, Buddy Black will be the new manager. Yeah, that's interesting. I think it's going to be someone that Buster knows.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, how about this, Marty? There's been some talk about whether or not Buster Posey is up to the job of being president of baseball operations. What do you make of Buster?
Yeah. In baseball, you don't like to make judgments until you see a whole year.
Right. Correct.
See a whole off season now. Now you can see what they need.
Yes.
It's like when you get to June, you know what you need, and in July you go out and get it. Well, when this season ends, he's going to know what he needs. That's why you got to play some of these guys now, just to see how they stand up to the major league pitching and just the rigors of the major leagues. But he's going to know. And ask me that question next spring training.
Sure. That makes sense.
Sometimes it takes time, but I think his heart's in the right place.
Right. And I've been saying this for quite a while. You can't make a judgment. He hasn't even been in a position a full year yet. This year was kind of more of a take inventory, right? Buster Posey is seeing, where the rubber meets the road, so to speak, of what needs to be done, as you said, Marty. And then let's see what he does on this offseason. Should be interesting.
Gary Mintz, of course.
Hey, Gary. What's up, Gary?
Says, well, look, I'd love to see Woe as a man. I thought Woe should have gotten the job instead of Gabe Kapler. But that was Farhan's buddy.
Yep.
So it wasn't going to happen. All right, this is good. I like these comments. Let's take we'll do another break.
Sure.
And go ahead, Eric.
All right, here we go. Oh, you want to hit the break now, or you want to do some more
let's
comments?
do it now. Yeah, we could do it now.
All right, here we go.
Fans, Bridge Bank delivers their clients full relationship banking, including treasury management solutions and global market services. Bridge Bank offers financing solutions to businesses for their working capital, equipment, and real estate needs. This is very important in today's world. Fred Voss is the Senior Managing Director of Bridge Bank's commercial lending efforts in Northern California. He has commercial banking teams in San Jose with Jesse Garcia, San Francisco, Oakland, Cheadle, Cordova, and in Pleasanton. Bridgebank, it's like banking at home. I can't say enough about it. Fans, I heard from Gene Bagato up in Bodega Bay, and he said his entire staff is geared up and ready to welcome summer travelers looking to escape the heat. And you know what I'm talking about. Down at the wharf, a varied menu offering everything from juicy hamburgers to the highest quality seafood. All those dishes await you. Hungry for a great meal? Check it out. For people looking to enjoy the relaxing Sonoma coast, the gift shop and fish market has everything one needs for a visit to the beach, from towels and swimwear to picnic items and beverages. It reminds me of growing up in Miami Beach. That's what it was like. And if you're looking to stay a while, the fabulous Inn at the Tides, with its spacious rooms and stunning views, awaits with its heated swimming pool and hot tub spa, as well as the Bayview dining room featuring the great creations of Chef Remy Madrid. So if you're interested in a fantastic getaway not far from the Bay Area, you don't have to look any further than the Tides Wharf and the Inn at the Tides in scenic Bodega Bay.
Great. Nice job, Eric.
You bet.
Eric those together. I appreciate it. Dan says, Little Leaguers are lining up. Huh? Is that what's going on there in Williamsport?
Yeah, great stuff. They're having the Little League game, right, where the big leaguers play in Williamsport. That's pretty cool.
Did you play Little League?
Just a couple of years, not for very much.
Well, come on, how long? You can't play very long. You grow up. You
know. I did like 2 years of Little League. Then I played a lot of basketball and then did a lot of track.
You mean 2 years of baseball? That was it?
2 years of Little League. And that was it. Yeah, and then that was it. And then it was basketball and track. That was.
What was your track event?
Oh, I was a sprinter, the 50 and the 100.
Really? What was your best time for the 50?
Oh my gosh, I couldn't even tell you. I was okay. I held my own.
Yeah, when I was doing the 50, and it was a long time ago, if you could do 6.2 in those days, that was pretty good. And the 100, forget it. You know, I don't think we could last 100. But in high school in those days, 110.2 was, 10.4 would be. That's 100 yards.
100, yeah, correct.
Was meters. Yeah, if people want to say what their experience was in Little League, I like that. We did that this morning with Kerry.
Oh, did you?
And Glenn. Glenn had a good Little League story. It was good.
Nice. That's great.
Glenn's coming on tonight at 6:00.
Yes, he is. Matter of fact, I'll be over there with Glenn. I'm gonna go over there with him. Yeah,
good.
Got to go over there with him. So that'll be a lot of fun.
He's going to do the post game.
Yes.
All right. If there's anything new, make sure you let me know. Have I ever been to Williamsport? No.
I never have.
I've only been in Philadelphia and Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
That's it for.
Do you want to go to the Field of Dreams field? I want to do that. I would love to go do that in Iowa. The cornfield. Yeah, it's still there. Yep. I kind of hope they go back there again next year. Maybe they'll go there next year. That Rickwood was something special, though, wasn't it, last year?
Yeah. That was still one of the more, because Willie had just passed away.
Yeah.
And I was there and with his son, Michael. And, I was right in the middle of everything. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Who was I'm trying to think who the broadcaster was. It Rich Waltz? I think maybe it was Rich. I got to ask him. I think it was Rich, maybe, who was the one who announced it on TV.
Oh yeah, I can't remember who else. Wasn't John Schmaltz? Did Schmaltz do that too? I don't
remember if he was there. Remember. The NASCAR park, that was a disaster.
Oh, I think.
No. Well, the weather killed them.
It did.
Maybe if the weather cooperated, it could have been interesting.
Yeah, just a little weird.
So the Giants win 7-1 today.
How about that? A cricket number. When's a cricket number in an inning? When's the last time we've seen that, Marty? It's been a while. Usually it's.
How do you like Adames as a shortstop?
I like it. In the beginning, it was a little bit weird, but he's playing a pretty good shortstop. I like the plays that he's making.
Yeah, he seems reliable, doesn't he?
He does. I think it's a new. You're on a new team. You're in a new location. These guys are human beings. They're not robots. You can't just pick them up from one team transplant him to another team, and just go do what you were doing before. It takes people time. Some can adapt a lot quicker than others, but just give them some time. When they get that comfort, then you're going to start seeing them cook a little bit more.
Yeah.
How about that extra base or scoring that run? What'd you make of that?
Hustle. The guy hustles. He is a complete energy guy.
He is.
He's a complete, he just has trouble hitting anything that's off speed. But if you get something straight, he can do some damage. He likes to get under it. And he hit a line drive. It just didn't get over the shortstop.
Yeah.
He had his swing in there. How's Yaz doing? Yaz was not doing well.
No.
Yaz was like 2 for 20 or something, but I think he hit a home run the other day.
Yeah, I know his very first at bat was a home run, and then it kind of. All right, here we go. Jay Case was asking about Little League. Says I went from 3-time All-Star in SC Little League, I'm guessing South Carolina, to a bench guy in high school, but I did hit 2 home runs at Bill Dodge Field. Then I sucked. Thanks for that memory. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, Yaz had a home run yesterday.
Did he?
Yeah. Article says Yaz or Taylor Rogers coming back.
I don't.
Well, Yaz ain't coming. I'll tell you that. Taylor Rogers. I just don't see him spending that kind of money.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, the
David Bell name came up.
David Bell.
I know Wo likes David Bell.
Yeah, he was the minor league guy for a while, right? For the Giants.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I thought he was going to get the job, and then he got the Reds job, right?
He did. Yeah.
He got the Reds job. So, yeah. All right. Well, this was good today.
It was. It's nice to talk about a win.
Yeah, really. And it was, Logan Webb did his job today.
Mm-hmm. He did. He went out there, does what Webb does.
Great. Look, San Diego gets swept by the Dodgers. Now the Giants come in. Things even out. Maybe the Dodgers are on this run now. It's correction time. The Giants lose, 15 of 17 at home. Now maybe it's correction time. It's kind of the way baseball works. That's why I never, ever give up.
Correct.
I tell you, I just don't give up. Padres have a great bullpen. Giants, the 2 lefties in the bullpen have done a good job. Mm-hmm. Buto, generally, I guess he's done a good job. He got the 2 quick hooks, and then he hit Fortes, and then it fell apart on him. But, he's given him a good inning. Rodriguez hasn't lived into the closer role yet, although I will give him 10 saves of the next 38. But let's see. Baseball is always a correction.
There is. Correct.
It's always a correction. Something's always going on.
And you just never know.
You ever been to the Polo Grounds in Aptos? They've got a killer Little League field there. Yeah. As I said in my story, the Little League story today in Miami Beach, we had the All-Star team, and we won our first game. Then we played our second game, and people came. God, so this is Miami Beach. I have to remember what state I'm in when I'm talking here. This is so. Where did they come from? They came from out of the Miami area. I forget where they came from, but the pitcher was like 12, and he had a beard like you. He was just a big kid with a beard. And we were little kids. We were 11 and 12 years old. We saw this kid, and we were done. That was it. We were done.
Came in with a beard. That's not good.
Yeah, that was it. We were finished. We saw that, and we were done. And it was North Shore Park in Miami Beach, and we had lights. We played at night and the whole thing.
Hey. Wow.
Yeah, Little League in Miami Beach I came from Brooklyn, where all you did was play stickball and play on cement. And I came to Miami Beach with dirt infield and grass and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't believe it. I thought I was in heaven. Really.
Someone wants to know your quick talks on Zach Hampel. I don't know who Zach Hampel is.
Who is Zach Hampel, Fun?
I have no idea. Fun, you're gonna have to explain who Zach Hampel is. I have no idea who that is. Hey, Panaki makes a great point. It's not only in baseball, it's life. It's correction time, Marty.
Yeah,
I like it. I like it.
It's the way history works out.
Yes, sir.
Anthony threw 2 no-hitters at 12. I pitched. I was a lefty, and I had like a screwball, a natural screwball.
Ooh.
I did pitch a little bit, but never successfully.
Now, I was going to say that you can have some success with the screwball from the left.
Now, the mound, in Pony League, they moved the mound back a little further. Little League, I was okay. Pony League, they moved the mound back, and I didn't have the arm strength to throw it. No.
Gotcha.
No, it was fun. LD, I played Little League in Santa Clara.
William Wilson Intermediate.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. A huge backstop with an infield that had grass between the bases, not dirt.
Yeah, Zach Campbell, I guess, is on YouTube. What does he do on YouTube?
I have no idea.
His own show or something like that. All right, this is fun. This is good. I like doing it with the chat because it means
isn't it?
Yeah, because everybody's involved. It's like
That's what I try to do with my show as well. I like to involve. I like to have the discussion.
You want to take it? You ask questions, and we answer them. And I ask you questions, and then you respond to me. So that's why I like it.
It's a nice back and forth.
Yeah, it's good. All right. Any more spots that we should play, Eric? You have anything else?
Let's see. I already did. I want to update the Walnut Creek and the Georgia. We already did Georgie Brothers. So we got Rick Robin. If you want to, we can run that one.
Yeah, Rick won Contract of the Year in Napa again.
Great, good for him.
Yeah, play Rick Robin. I like Rick.
All right, here we go.
It's been a pleasure working with Rick Robin this year. Rick Robin, ROBBEN, NapaConstruction.com. Rick, the last time you were on with us, you told us about kitchen and bath remodeling, but there's a lot more going on up in your area.
Yes, there is. ADUs, auxiliary dwelling units, which are known as the granny units. We can do your existing garage, attached garage, even building a new unit in the back. And so what we do is come out, bring our architect out there. Such a great thing. No sewer hookup fees, no water hookup fees. So that's what we do.
Rick, how does one start the process with you? How does one get in touch with you?
Oh, you call Tammy, 707-332-7575, 7 days a week.
Rick Robin, ConstructionNapa.com. Rick, the thing I like about this, no problem for me. You come out with the plans, the permits, everything is in-house, no fees, and you get a new unit that you can rent out and get money back on your investment right away. I like it, Rick.
Thanks, Marty. Love talking to you.
Rick Robin, ConstructionNapa.com.
Good guy. And Rick is really good.
All right.
And but maybe think, I always want to mention Greg Papa and send my love to Pop. And he probably doesn't listen to our show. He listens to the radio show, I imagine, from time to time. But, he's fighting cancer, and
right.
Pop is solid.
He is.
Yeah, so I always like to mention him. All right, so the Padres, big people step up in big games. For whatever it's worth, if they're going to have any season at all in these last 38 games, and again, it's chasing two teams that may be flawed a little bit than everyone else, including the Giants, but big people step up in big games. And for me, Devers is the guy.
Okay.
Devers has got to step up and be the guy. Adames will do what he does. We know what he does. But for me, Devers has got to lead the way and hit that 3-run homer like he did against the Mets.
Yes.
And change the game. So
I like that.
People step up in big games. So who's your big guy to step up?
Oh, the guy I want to see step up. Let's go with I'll just go with Willie Adames, right? He's our shortstop. He was one of the guy that you're paying big money to. He's going to have to go out there and he's going to have to do something. He's there in the middle of that lineup, right? And he's going to have to go out there and get it done.
And Lee's got to set the table. He's got to keep doing it.
How'd you like Lee leading off today?
Yeah, I love it. I said this. When did I say it? June?
Yeah.
I said it in June. This guy he's a catalyst. He can make stuff happen. And he's getting better.
He is. He's putting a little charge in the ball. I mean, yesterday, my God, if it wasn't for that great play by the right fielder out there, I mean, that would have been a triple. Could have changed the total complexity of the game.
Yeah. Big people step up. J.K. says it.
Yep. And then, of course, Robbie Ray, he's got the ball tomorrow.
Yeah. Yep.
He's going to go out there and have to deliver.
Yeah. It won't surprise me if the Giants do well on this road trip, because Milwaukee will come back to earth.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way it works.
Right.
They're 29-5 and 52-18. You know, they're going to come back to earth to some degree. It's the way baseball works.
Yep.
And Giants could be there at the right time. So let's see.
Right. That's all we can do. Right. Let's play each game.
All right.
See how it goes.
Everyone, thanks for being with us. We will do this probably next week after the Brewer game starts at 11:40 Pacific. So we'll probably be on 2:30 Pacific, something like that.
Right.
Within the show. All right. Good work. Thanks, Eric.
Thanks, Marty. All right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out.
All right.
Appreciate all the questions and the interaction.
Yeah, and subscribe. Everyone should be subscribing and all that stuff. I don't push that enough, but yeah, subscribe.
I do the same thing. Make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure that notification bell's hit so you'll know every time Marty goes live. So let's do this.
All right. Take care, everybody.
See ya.
Thank you kindly. Enjoy the next week. We've got a whole bunch of baseball to speak on here at Marty and